single day. I'm gonna make something great. That's my way.
Hi everybody. I am Ginger Wolf and welcome Stripped Finance. This video is for informational and entertainment purposes only. I am a feature entertainer and stripper, not a financial consultant. Please speak to your financial advisor about any financial matters. And with that out of the way, let's get into the video. The Latte Factor. We've all had that experience of keenly making planned stuff and then being unable to carry it out on a limited budget, right? Purchasing designer clothing, a car, or whatever. We have had the time and not the funds to purchase all of these. There is a way to get enough money to pursue your desires while also planning for retirement. Do you have any idea what it is? David Bach, a financial expert, wrote the book The Latte Factor. Introduction. The Latte Factor follows Zoe, a fictitious character in her late 20s who lives in Brooklyn. Zoe is experiencing the very same money troubles as the rest of us. Even though she has an excellent job with a good salary, she has never been able to realize her imaginings because the money wasn't enough. Although she does not spend her cash lavishly, she cannot save as much money at the end of each month. Because of this, her significant dreams, such as going abroad or trying to take a photography course, are met with the same response: I can't afford it. Zoe always passes by a nearby cafe for a latte on her everyday journey. Images were used to design the cafe. Zoe was drawn to one of the photo prints on the wall. It was a sunrise photograph of a small seaside community. As she was getting her latte, she couldn't see it. Yet, something was fascinating about that photograph. She walked to work after leaving the cafe with her latte in hand. When she reached the World Trade Center terminal, she noticed a commercial on the large screen. This sign said, "If you don't know where you're heading, you will not like where you end up." It was a comparable photo to the one in the cafe. After reading this message, she focused on her own life. Where was she heading? What did she fantasize about? What would she do to make her aspirations come true? Barbara, her manager, joined her for lunch after several hours. On the other hand, Barbara realized nothing was up with Zoe that day and inquired what was bothering her. In reply, Zoe talked about the picture and how she wished she could purchase such photographs. Barbara then offered some unexpected advice. She suggested that Zoe discuss the picture with the senior barista Henry at that coffee shop and see what he has to say. An old barista appears to be able to read her thoughts. He's Henry, who turns out to be the cafe's owner and a tourist who took the photo himself. Zoe went to Helena's the next day to see the seaside picture. Its frame set you back $1,200. That's the equivalent of a month's rent for a single photograph. She adored the photograph and thought it was well worth the money. While she was trying to figure out what was going on, she did hear somebody behind her say, "Mykonos." When she spun around, she saw Henry. Henry, who also was taken with the photograph, inquired of Zoe, "Why didn't you purchase it?" She admitted that she couldn't manage to spend so much money on a single photograph. Then Henry delivered a stinging comment. "If you could afford the latte you just purchased, you might afford the photo," he told Zoe. Zoe only could respond that she had been late for work and had to rush out of the cafe. Zoe returned to Helena's on Wednesday morning to scoop up her latte. Henry was standing next to the photograph. They began speaking at irregular intervals, and then Zoe inquired about what Henry had said that day. Henry then started to reveal his 3 mysteries of financial freedom to her. I'm sure you're curious about those secrets. So, without further ado, let us get started. Secret 1. Start paying yourself first. Henry's first reveal was that Zoe needed to start paying herself first. She had difficulty saving, to be sure, but if she began to pay herself before all of her living budgets, she could save far more money than she could have imagined. Also, well before the state income tax her income, she must put money aside for herself in a retirement account. Willing to commit just $5 per day to yourself for a year and getting paid 10% investment returns would arise in a savings of $1,885. What happens after 40 years? $948,611. All for the cost of the latte Zoe is holding. Zoe's thoughts raced. What if she decided to bring lunch from home rather than spend it in the cafeteria? What would she be able to save if she adjusted her spending patterns during the work period and snip her living costs by $25? According to Henry's estimations, it would lead to $3.4 million over 40 years. Well, speaking in a friendly manner about Henry's advice, the fact is that when we are paid, we cannot wait to spend the money on various things such as taxes, rent, and bills. If there is any money left over at the end, we may be able to buy ourselves things we don't want. In a sequence to become wealthy, one must follow Henry's advice. Because you are the one who is trying to cope, earn, and work all hours of the day and night. As a result, you must be paid first. Secret 2. Automation is key to financial freedom. Each day began at the cafe. While Henry worked at the back of the desk, Zoe scooped up her latte and seated by the bar. Zoe poured her spirit out with him about the finance secrets once more and asked him a few queries. Henry was eager to assist her, and he listened intently once Zoe asked him questions. Despite recognizing the "pay yourself first" theory, Zoe stated that she does not see herself having the self-control to do so on a routine basis. Henry revealed the second biggest secret, which was to automate your finances. Moreover, things can get out of hand when it comes to specific financial planning. Often these people don't keep track of every expenditure in their busy lives. That is why financial planning is ineffective in practice. Henry proposed implementing an automatic payment system. The system works as follows: whenever the paycheck arrives each month, a part of it is directly transferred to pay. You can't pay taxes that you don't have access to, right? Henry said to Zoe. The automatic payment system will indeed run on its own when set up. This would necessitate no self-control or practice. Enterprises to which you have memberships automatically deduct monthly subscriptions from your savings account, correct? There is only one reason everyone uses that system: it works flawlessly. There would have been several financial troubles with the subscribers if they had not even used that automatic system. Zoe realized what was going on, but she had a doubt. In the world today, could such rates of return be obtained? Because a colleague told her that 10% compound interests were no longer available. Henry responded by telling her about the stock market. Annually, it has taken much time. It would go back and forwards, but the market has been rising since the 2008 financial crisis. Secret 3. Start living rich now. Zoe proceeded to Helena's early on Friday morning to get Henry's third secret. What is essential for you at the moment? Henry inquired of Zoe. Zoe mentioned that she would like to learn to take incredible photographs. Her long-term ambition was to tour the globe. After all, it bothered her that she ended up working for a travel magazine and had never traveled. It's able to place the third mystery into reality, Henry said. Henry's final message to Zoe was that enjoying an affluent life does not have to be reserved for retirement, it can be done immediately. Henry pondered how much a good photography course might cost. It would cost around $600, Zoe said. Henry burst out laughing. Zoe should have created a fantasy account. She could afford to bring the photography course since she had a 401k and had been saving $5 per day for 6 months. What of her intentions for a world tour? She needs to leave the country to pursue her goal, but does she have sufficient time? Henry recognized her worries and decided to tell her about his radical sabbatical, during which he traveled to over 100 countries. One of his first visits was to Greece. Everything started with a picture of Mykonos captured by Henry himself. Zoe realized what she had to do now. She had the 3 mysteries in her possession. First, she met with her travel magazine's human resources representative and established a 401k account. She after which, officially opened dream account balances, one for her photography class and the other for travel. Finally, she approached Barbara and asked if she would ever take her to possess a radical sabbatical once per year. She might even work remotely while being on vacation. Barbara accepted a single condition: Zoe has sent her a postcard. Zoe has got 3 radical sabbaticals in the 3 years even though. Furthermore, the photographs she was looking to take worldwide are being authored in the journal for which she did work. Zoe is living her desires, and it all began with recognizing the true worth of a $5 latte. 3 myths of money. Barbara, Zoe's boss, taught her the 3 myths of money. Myth 1. The first myth, as per Barbara, is that having a lot of money ends up making you wealthier. That, however, is not the case. Whoever earns so much money will spend a lot of money. Adapting your spending patterns is the quick fix. If you can have money in your pockets, avoid wasting it on things that aren't necessary. Myth 2. The second myth, according to Barbara, is that more money is required to make money, which is also incorrect. One can start a business with as little as $5. Myth 3. The third myth is that somebody else will be there to fall back on when times get difficult. Hoping for somebody to lend you a helping hand when you're going through a rough patch is unhealthy. When you're broke, you can't expect any help from your family or the administration. Then Barbara went into detail about how, generally, we women sit tight for handsome prince to rescue us from trouble. That, even so, is a fairy tale. It would help if you became your own Prince Charming to get out of this mess. Conclusion. We could perhaps live richly now and in the future, if we gain knowledge of 3 secrets to freedom. Overall, there is no reason to live in financial instability. All you have to do is set aside $5 per day. That is the cost of a latte.
Hello, I am Ginger Wolf, and I am sacrificing your bad decisions to the financial fire. So don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'll see you next time. Bye!